side in this.
Got no need for the fancy things, all the attention that it brings. Tell me no, I say yes, I was chosen, and I will deliver the explosion. Can't say it's gonna get me far, do no good to say what you are. I run the streets and I break up houses, river runs deep and the flame devours it. Me, I'm a creator, thriller.
When I was a little boy.
This is Kevin. Harlan, and by my side, our analyst, Greg Ant. And as we got a few moments here before the tip. Thanks so much, David. And the way a team plays early, Doris, can be vastly different than how they finish a season.
Well, you know, anything can happen over the course of a 6 to 7 month season. 1, trades. 2, injuries. Has a rookie sort of played a bigger part in your success than maybe you thought? I think what happens early can define what happens late.
Well, injuries and trades are two very disruptive things that teams have got to deal with.
I think to adjust on the fly to new personnel, whether be it because, as you say, whether it's an injury or whether it's a trade, I think that that's a very hard dynamic. So if you've established habits early, it helps smooth that over.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Ryan Anderson out there with Clint Capella. Then there's Nando De Cola. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Harden in at the 1 spot. Ariza against Wiggins. And at the top of the key, Towns. Off the mark, his first miss of the game, 1 for 2. It's tipped. Houston moving the ball around. Ariza no up.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
Yeah, he's reliable on defense. Doesn't allow a shooter any separation to get comfortable.
Now Harden after Zach LaVine missed from long range. The shot comes out.
All the credit goes to the defense, preventing a terrific finisher like that from throwing it down.
And Capella sends it back. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins. And for all the scoring, Greg, that James Harden gives you, he's also one of the top playmakers in the NBA.
You know, and even coming out of college, Kevin, a lot of scouts felt Harden could play the point. I mean, that's one of the reasons why this guy is going to consistently be in the MVP conversation.
Now, here's Rubio. In the corner, it's Wiggins. To the paint, here's Dang. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
Well, the definition of a high percentage shooter. Terrific touch by Gorgui Dieng.
Here's De Cola. Anderson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Harden right side. A 3 ball. Another miss by Harden.
Boy, that's 0 for 3 in the early going. Just a little out of sync.
And there's the call on Nando De Cola. That is his first foul of the game. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Right side, LaVine. 5 on the clock. Takes a shot at the elbow. The dish now to Wiggins. From deep. Second chance shot. Again, LaVine missing.
Ooh, he was open there, guys. I'm sure he's kicking himself that he didn't capitalize. Man, they had high hopes for a fast start. They get out of the gates 0 for 4.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. On defense, Houston. It's a three-point game. Rubio outside. Pass to Towns. Shot from 12. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
He may be in his formative years, but Karl Anthony Towns looking like a vet shot maker.
Here's Harden on the wing. Covered by Rubio. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. And as we have a moment now, let's take a look at the three-pointer to two-pointer shot ratio here in the postseason for Minnesota. Timberwolves leading by 5. Dishes it to Levine. Back to Rubio. To the inside. The 10-footer. Almost, but it rolls out. Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Ariza has the open look. A three-pointer is right on target.
They needed that. Just 1 for 5 to start this ball game.
For Minnesota, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Wiggins outside. Back to Rubio. Zhang against Anderson. And Zhang kicks to Wiggins. It's stolen by Capella. Harden against Rubio. Takes a 3. But they'll get another chance. Passes it to DeColo. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. The Timberwolves shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Levine wide open. Offensive rebound, and there's the foul. It goes on Ryan Anderson. Ariza against Wiggins. Zhang inside for 3. Levine, it's good from long range. Levine's got his first 3 points of the game.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
I think one thing we can say for certain, guys, is the Timberwolves have had one of the best rebuilds in recent memory, and obviously it helps getting the top overall pick with Towns. But beyond that, they've made a lot of shrewd decisions.
Here's Towns. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Towns has got 7.
You know, this is one of the better catch-and-shoot bigs in the NBA already. Towns doing everything these days.
It's Harden with the drive. Capella dishes to Harden. Out to the wing. Anderson wide open. Anderson can't get that one to fall. And you can't award Minnesota anything until they show how far they can go with this core. Doris, the turnaround for this franchise from where they were 5 years ago is huge.
Well, I think, Kevin, it started with the Kevin Love trade, which many media members criticized. They get Wiggins from that deal, and it's worked out perfectly for them. Now it's just a matter of continuing to add the right pieces.
Gordon's checked in for DeColo. Here's Levine, and Capella sends it back. Harden against Rubio. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play. Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. For Houston, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Now, here's Dunn. Pekovic inside. Capella's there. Muhammad. And Muhammad throws it down.
And with that monster wingspan, Muhammad finishing with ease.
Harden outside. From deep. Capella.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Minnesota leading by 5. Dunn with it. Shoots a 3. It's Bielitsa. Makes it off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
and they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Harden outside. Eric Gordon on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ariza goes in. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
You know, that's strong teamwork, leading right to the basket. He put it in the shooting pocket at just the right time.
Now, here's Dunn, guarded by Harden. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
And for Chris Dunn, you know, everyone told him to enter the draft after 3 years at Providence. His father, his coach, he could have been a first-round pick back in 15. Instead, he decided to stay one more season, earn his diploma, and I'd have to say it's worked out pretty well for him.
Now, here is Harden. To the middle, here's Anderson. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Dunn passes to Muhammad. Kicks it out to Stevenson. And there's the feed to Pekovic. Tries from the block. Rebounded by Capella. Rockets trail by 5. Anderson kicks to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And then the young fella busts out the slick move inside to get open for the jam.
Greg, that was sick and slick. The D had no chance. Rockets shooting just about an even 40% to start. The kick out to Anderson, and he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Harden. He's coming off an excellent season. 2nd in scoring, 6th in assists, and he was also among the top 20 in steals. That ability is more unique than folks realize. Very valuable defensively.
Stellar defense to alter that shot. You could tell his release was a tad awkward.
And here's Anderson from the arc. Pekovic with the rebound. For the Houston Rockets, they come in off a good outing against Phoenix. Gordon against Stevenson. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Had a success rate from the line last year of about 78%.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Harrell comes in for Anderson. Sam Decker's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Patrick Beverly in for James Harden. And Lance Stevenson picks up the foul. That's his first foul. On defense, Minnesota. They lead by 4.
And Dunn is a very physical defender. He gives his guy no room to breathe. And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
Good on the second free throw. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Beverly against Stevenson. And that one's good. Beverly's got his first basket.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Dunn kicks to Muhammad. And Muhammad throws it down.
You know, you've got to give the nod to that setup. Very nice assist. Makes that basket so easy.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
Smart basketball. Be patient. Don't force anything. Let the game come to you.
Rockets trail by 5. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Minnesota, The two number 1 picks, Wiggins and Towns, are the forward positions. Ricky Rubio is out there with Lance Stevenson, and it's Aldridge in at the 5, down low. And that one is good. Rubio's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Minnesota.
Now this is the pace that Rubio loves, fast and furious.
Gordon dishes to Harold. Back to Gordon. The 19-foot shot, and the jumper is good. Gordon's got his first basket of the night.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
On the wing, Stevenson. Defended by Beverly. Stevenson passes to Wiggins. And it's the Rockets on the break. Here's Beverly. Gordon with no one around. That one's good from the corner. Gordon's got his second basket of the game.
Well, this was the match that everybody wanted to happen. A proven coach with a stellar track record pairing with a team full of young talent. Minnesota has got to be happy with the hire of Tom Thibodeau for a young core.
Got a piece of it. And Stevenson kicks to Towns. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots. And for Coach Tom Thibodeau and the Wolves, it isn't just as coach, it's as coach and president of basketball operations. Doris, they went all in with Tibbs.
Well, there's no doubt, Kevin, and some teams might be hesitant to give that much control so quickly, but the Wolves were a team in need of direction. And when you have the resume that Tibbs has, it's certainly easier to give those reins to him. And also, they did what they needed to do in order to secure his services in what was a very competitive coaching carousel.
Now, here's Rubio. Nene unable to get his shot to go. The pass to Towns. Feeds to Wiggins. Shot clock at 6 from 11 feet away. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Oh, really smooth. Andrew Wiggins with the terrific mid-range game.
Nene with the screen on Rubio. Gordon dishes to Harold. Off target from outside. And there's the call on Nene. That's his first foul. Zach LaVine's checked in for Minnesota. Timberwolves leading by 7. Wiggins kicks to Rubio. Beyond the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Rubio's got 5 now.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And Beverly kicks to Decker. Back to Beverly. Shot to stop the run. The shot by Nene. No good.
Well, what a force this guy is inside. And you could tell the defense wants to limit him as best they can.
Wiggins kicks to Towns. Kicks it out to Rubio. And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Foul number 2. And with so much time left in the second, he really needs to guard against picking up a third.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Zhang's checked in. Towns kicks to Levine. From deep three-point range, no good. So Houston will take it the other way. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That game will be a quick fit stop before hitting the road again. Doris, you've interviewed so many coaches over the years. Which coaches do you enjoy interviewing the most?
Well, I have to say my classmate, Billy Donovan.
No kidding.
We were both point guards in the class of '87. I like to tell Billy he was the second best one in that class, in fact. But I do enjoy.
I bet he enjoys that, too. He's a good man, isn't he? Huh?
He is, no question about it. And because he's new to the league, he's not objecting quite yet to the ad nauseum questions we tend to ask over and over.
How about quickly talking with Greg Popovich at San Antonio, which is always a challenge, whether you're calling the game or you're on the sideline?
I want you to understand something. When I am walking over to Greg Popovich, I want you to understand that my heart is pounding. I'm probably sweating.
No, come on.
And I'm trying not to shake.
Oh, come on. That's against everything you are. I know that. That's always good conversation, though. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, a lot of Thunder fans still lamenting the trade of James Harden to the Rockets a couple of years ago when he became a superstar. But Harden doesn't. He said recently, "This is beyond my expectations. If I'd stayed in OKC, I'd still be in a good situation, but I don't think the sneaker deal and these other opportunities would have happened." He added, "Look, this is a grind. Every time you lose, you're blamed. For me, it's about continuing to work and focusing on what I can control." Kevin?
He deserves that top billing, DA. Thanks. Here's Wiggins. James Harden picking up that last basket. Wiggins drives in.
Yeah, I like this for Wiggins. Keep putting the ball on the deck and taking it at the rim.
Rockets trail by 12. Harden outside. Gets a hand on it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Capella's got his second bucket of the night.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. And Towns gets it to go.
Oh, great ball movement there.
For Houston, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Harden against Rubio. Harden the pass to DeColo. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Capella. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Capella's got 6. Minnesota leading by 10. Rubio dishes to Levine. Rubio right side. Outside Levine. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
Well, no threes for him in the second after drilling one in the first.
Ariza outside. Puts up a 3. Rebound Minnesota. It's stolen by Capella. DeColo can't get it to go.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
I'll tell you, just his mere presence inside, his instincts for altering shots, exceptional.
Now here's Towns. Following the miss by Andrew Wiggins, and they pick up 2.
Well, the body control of Karl Anthony Towns, just a terrific job to take the hit.
Harden. The Rockets with another miss.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
And Rubio kicks to Wiggins. Fires from 14. And that's good for 2. 6 points for him.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
I think one aspect of Wiggins that really helps his game that might be overlooked is how long his arms are. It helps him keep the ball away from defenders when he's driving to the rim. The high release point on his shot makes it that much harder to contest.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Nene, he's checked in for Houston.
And chalk up a few more points for him there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
In just about every phase, they have dominated. Lockdown defense, explosive offense. This has been special.
And Doris, another benefit of Wiggins is his great length for his position. So it takes very few steps for him to go from the three-point line right to the rim.
Yeah, I think when you couple his reach with his hang time, you can see why he can adjust so many times in the air and still get off a great shot. It's really crazy to think he's a shooting guard with a 7-foot wingspan.
Now Stevenson. James Harden missing on the 3. The Elitza misses. Here's DeColo. Pass to Harden. And here's Anderson from the arc. The shot that time, not on target. The Timberwolves go the other way with it.
2 minutes.
Now, here's Dunn. Tight defense on him. Oh, and the dunk by Dunn.
And that's how he makes his presence felt.
And Greg, we see him do it time and again. He is a special, special talent. And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one.
You know, they're trying to battle back, but he's missing shots this period.
And there's the call on Nando De Colo. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Timberwolves have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them. Houston with a big group substitution here. Harrell, he's checked in for Anderson. Sam Decker comes in for Trevor Ariza. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for De Colo. And Eric Gordon subbed in for James Harden. And Nene slams it in.
Listen, this guy's got a center's reach, but he moves like a power forward, and he's fearsome at the rim. Nene, go ahead.
Now, here's Dunn. He's got 5. They set the pick. Bielitsa passes it to Muhammad. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Muhammad's got 6.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Harrell kicks to Beverly. Over to the left wing. Here's Decker. And Harrell wide open. He shoots. Hits the jumper in space.
Boy, that's what you call great thinking on the fly. Passing on the shot in midair and laying it off to the open man.
Dunn dishes to Stevenson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And you know what? Very close to a 3-point play right there.
For Minnesota, they have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line. And when you look at the Rockets, I mean, plenty of offense, but last year there was a huge drop-off defensively. And given this team's lofty goals, that really flies right in the face of that old adage, defense wins championships.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Timberwolves ahead, running away with it. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. High turnovers in the first half, James. I'm sure that ball security will be a focus in the second half.
Yeah, that's still too many turnovers, especially unforced turnovers. So we got to really lock in on our turnovers, make the right play at all times.
James, thanks for the time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaq and Kenny. And an exciting time of the year as one of the first games of the regular season is halfway through. The first half was all about Karl Anthony Towns. He ended up with 15 points, 8 rebounds, and 1 assist. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. And Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
Well, we can't look past the huge contribution their bench has provided. They've got this lead mainly because of the injection of energy and offense that they got.
That concludes our halftime presentation. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
That's how we do. Yeah. Vibing now. Yeah. On the block. I'm built tough, no for it here. Yeah. Rap top speed. No fourth gear. Dark side beats. Who on top? Hey, yo, 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4. Hands up high if you ready for more. Rap you, smack you. I don't got an attitude. Grab you, slash you. This is how I battle you.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. The players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
You know, he's getting the ball in a place where he can do something with it, and he hasn't had to force one thing. The game seems like it's coming to him naturally.
And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Gordon is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Nene. Then there's Harrell. And it's Decker in at the small forward position. Bielitsa misses. Rockets trail by 18. And that one's good. Beverly's got his second bucket.
Getting the half off to a good start here already with some penetration.
I got to believe that's something they talked about during the break, getting him some good looks in the paint right away.
Now, here's Dunn. Back to Stevenson. Shot clock at 5. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Dunn misses.
Boy, he usually knocks that down with that much space.
In the corner, it's Gordon. From past the arc, gets the three-pointer to fall. Gordon's got 7.
Marvelous start to the second half, 3 for 3.
And here is Dunn. 5 points in the game. Here's Muhammad, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And we've got a moment to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for him.
And those are some numbers that he can't be happy about. His rebounding totals have taken a dip over the past few months. He's got to get back to giving the kind of effort on the boards we were seeing from him earlier.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half.
I mean, simply put, they're out of sync. 0 for 3 coming out of the break.
The Timberwolves again can't hit. And stolen by Dunn. Kicks it to Stevenson. And the layup is good. He has 6.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Rockets trail by 15. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And Harrell slams it in.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
And you can blame it on a terrible defensive breakdown, one that could possibly swing the momentum here.
Here's Muhammad following the score by Houston. Bielitsa inside. Here's Dunn. Drains it from beyond the arc. And the Timberwolves lead by 16.
Gotta put some pressure on Dunn when he's squaring up from outside. Just an exceptional scorer.
Decker. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Dunn with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. Dunn kicks to Muhammad. He feeds it to Dunn. He dishes it to Stevenson. Puts up a 3. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Now at the break on the floor, you can see the teams that led the NBA in steals last year. The Rockets #1.
You know, I don't know if the numbers even told the story. I mean, their defense was as good as it gets, often just leaving their opponents completely demoralized.
Rockets trail by 14. Clock at 6. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Rush is checked in. And it's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Yeah, I think that's where you swing the ball around. Try and find a better passing angle.
Jang, he's checked in for Minnesota. Tyus Jones comes in for Dunn. And a switch here also for Houston. DeColo's checked in, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
No, I mean, exactly. That's not an easy area for him to operate in with that kind of defensive setup. A nice job to get it up and over the bigger guy.
Minnesota with the ball, following the score by Houston. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Stolen by Nene. Here's DeColo. Out to the right wing. Lets it go from deep. Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Harrell.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Here's Rush. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And the three ball is good. And the Timberwolves lead by 12.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Here's DeColo, defended by Jones. Takes the three. Nene, the tip in on the offensive rebound. Nene's got 4 points this quarter.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Jones kicks to Zhang. Here's the three. The shot, no good. And Houston the other way now. Now here's Decker. Muhammad covering. Decker passes to DeColo. Puts it up from 12. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Looking now at the numbers for Beverly. Some last season stats for him. He averaged about 10 points a game last year. 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
Wiggins is checked in for Minnesota. Houston with a big group substitution here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. Anderson comes in for Harrell. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Sam Decker. And James Harden subbed in for Patrick Beverly. The dish to Rush, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Pekovic.
You know, unfortunately for Pekovic, injuries have really slowed down his career in the recent past. But when he's healthy, he truly bolsters their lineup. This guy's arguably one of the strongest players in the NBA.
And the jam by Harden.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. Speaking about the strength of Pekovic, it's something that if you ask any NBA player who is the strongest in the league, he probably is the common answer.
Yeah, I think you're right, Kevin. He may not be the heaviest or the tallest, but Pekovic is built like a brick house. You know he is going to clog the lane defensively and eat space whenever he's on the floor. And you just hope his body can withstand all the bumping and grinding he gets involved in under the rim.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Dean comes in for Brandon Rush. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Jones.
Well, the power and length of Gorgui Zhang. He holds up well in traffic.
Rockets trail by 10. Now, here is Harden. He's got 10. And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
Ariza against Wiggins. Here's Towns. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 4 assists now tonight. Houston's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Harden dishes to Anderson. Ariza kicks to Harden. And here's Anderson for 3. Cans it from downtown. Anderson's got 5 now.
Got the feed off the bounce, went straight up with it. Nice coordination between two teammates. Great feel.
Wiggins passes to Dang. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
Let's take a look at some numbers for Rubio. He had a strong showing last season. 2nd in steals, and of course he was also top 5 in assists. With his court vision, one of the league's premier playmakers.
And Levine, here we go, kicks it out to Wiggins. They grab their own miss. Second shot opportunity. And there's Levine on the assist by Zhang. That's 7 points for Zach Levine. Rockets trail by 11. Harden outside. He kicks to Capella. Shoots it up, and the rejection by Towns. Wiggins against Ariza. And the basket by Rubio. 7 points in the game.
Oh, you have to appreciate Rubio's creativity. Floats that one in.
There's 1:54 left here in the third quarter. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. And Rubio kicks to Wiggins. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That is his first foul of the game. .136 left here in the third quarter. Here's Wiggins. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Wiggins has got 8 points.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Doris, when you talk to Minnesota fans, there is a sense of optimism with this team that had been absent for so long. The Timberwolves are a franchise that had been very, very close to being good for a long time. Where are they now?
Well, I think, Kevin, fans think this is a team that could one day be playing for an NBA title. And they aren't wrong with the talent that are the pillars of this organization. If there is any fan base that deserves to have a team like this, it's easy to cheer for Minnesota.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
Yeah, they may have gotten the feeling he would dish it off, but he had a surprise for them.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And that's the smart move. I mean, exploit that size advantage every chance you can.
Now, here's Rubio. He's got 7. Pass to Wiggins.
Rockets foul.
For Minnesota, they have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them. Free throw good, Wiggins.
I think Wiggins will always be remembered in that monster trade for Kevin Love a while ago. You don't see many trades like that in the NBA.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Here's Gordon. He's got 7. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Over in the corner, Beverly. Minnesota with the rebound. Zhang's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Fires from 14. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Gordon. Oh, he hits it. Oh, how about that shot?
Tough shot.
Incredible. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the 4th. Timberwolves leading by 10. They've got Jones. Bielitsa is out there with Cole Aldridge. Then it's Zach LaVine, and it's Muhammad in at the 3 side. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Knocked away, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly. Jones, no one around him. No good on the quick 3. Rockets trail by 10. Now Decker. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the goal.
No good on that one. Second free throw, no good. Minnesota shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Here's LaVine. Sweet little floater. LaVine's got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for the Timberwolves.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Gordon inside. Defended by Jones. Here's Nene. Soft touch off the glass.
And they found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
Minnesota leading by 10. Outside, Levine. Goes up on the wing. They get it again. Aldridge kicks to Levine. Jones for three. And the rebound goes to Nene. Nene's got his third rebound on the night. Beverly dishes to Nene. Passes it to Harrell. From deep. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Donnie's checked in for Tyus Jones. Here's Dunn. The pass to Bielitsa. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Timberwolves lead by 12. Doris, of course, you played point guard. You know all about that position. You know all about the game. We're seeing a renaissance, in fact, at that point guard position right now in the NBA. But just for the moment, if you will, talk about the mentality of playing point guard.
Well, I think the most important aspect of this is you are the caretaker of your team, and caretaker implies many things. First and foremost, you've got to be intimately familiar with every position on the floor. You've got to understand your job and then the jobs of everybody else. And then, as importantly, it's your responsibility to make everybody feel good. So if your power forward hasn't touched the ball in 6 or 7 trips and he's a main scorer, you find that. The position forces you to take a broad perspective of the game. Obviously a different role for Nene these past few seasons. This was once one of the better starting centers in the league. Now he only starts in spots, and he just doesn't seem to have the same impact on the game.
And with Nene, you think back to when he was able to plant himself on a block, Doris, and just get any shot he wants through sheer strength and force, but not anymore.
Well, I think the one thing, Kevin, you can say is Nene still gives you good efficiency as a post player in terms of his productivity. The problem is with the way the game is moving, it's harder to find him guaranteed minutes. Obviously, there are quicker and more versatile options at the power forward.
Beverly against Levine. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Beverly. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Levine, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And Zach LaVine is listed as a point guard, but he isn't a natural to that position. Certainly can handle himself acting as the lead guard, but Doris making plays for others right now isn't his specialty.
Well, it shows up in stats as well as with the eye test, right? He has never had a lot of assists given how much he handles the ball, and he also has somewhat of a poor assist-to-turnover ratio. But he is almost more of a shooting guard who can bring it up the floor and initiate rather than a true point guard.
And Aldridge sends it back. Bean passes to Dunn. 16 feet away, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Levine with it. Dishes it to Dunn. Shoots from 12. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
A room service assist to cap that possession. That pass was right on target.
Here's Harden. It's deflected. It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. Some changes for Minnesota. Rush comes in for Shabazz Muhammad. And Lance Stevenson subbed in for Levine.
Lance Stevenson.
And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Poked away, stolen by Stevenson. Here's Rush, guarded by Harden. Here's Stevenson. They swipe it. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his third foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Dunn kicks to Aldridge. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson. Here is Stevenson. Just 5 to shoot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Rockets trail by 16. And here's Harden. Pulls it from 20, and he comes up with the deuce.
There's no question he's one of the more gifted offensive players in this league. More evidence of that right here.
The Timberwolves have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth, 4 of 9. Here's Dunn. Stevenson kicks to Dunn. It's good from the top of the key.
Yeah, great body control, and no one was around on defense to contest.
The Rockets have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Harden dishes to Anderson. It's Harden with the drive, and Aldridge sends it back.
He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
To the inside. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's Harden, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one is on Rush.
You know, the thing about James Harden, though, there's really no perfect way to defend him. I mean, he can torch you from deep, drives the lane as well as anybody, and especially when he's looking to create contact. And in many ways, your best defense against him is a good offense. You try to match some of his points by scoring on the other end. Well documented that maybe defense not his strength, but you know, that's an area where if you want to have success, you're going to have to do a good job on that end.
Anderson passes to Capella. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And thinking about ways to stop Harden, part of the problem is that he's really built like no other player out there.
Physically, he's got that barrel of a body, the long arms, and just enough quickness to blow by you. He's elusive, yet always looking for contact, which is why he lives at the free throw line.
Tyus Jones, he's checked in for Dunn. Here's Aldridge. The 17-footer goes down.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
Harden against Jones. Harden outside, looking to end his cold spell, and it's good on the way in. Harden's got 10 points here in the second half.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
That kind of ability to adjust in the air is the only way to do it when you're faced with that much of a size disadvantage in the paint.
DeColo, the putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Timeout, timeout.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
You know, my guess right now is Coach wants to talk over this turnover issue. And it seems like they've been trying to force things a bit and need to find a steady rhythm offensively.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Mike D'Antoni was talking about with his team. He is not pleased, and he told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move, or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Here's Wiggins, and Wiggins throws it down.
Well, no one rotates over. Andrew Wiggins makes them look silly at the rim.
Here's Harden, and the rejection by Towns. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Minnesota leading by 12. Now, here's Rubio. Here's Wiggins, and the layup's good off the glass.
Well, he's got the wide shoulders, the natural balance. Andrew Wiggins taking the hit and finishing.
For Houston, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Here's DeCola. Muhammad covering. Capella. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And Doris, we have a moment here. A question from one of our fans out there wants to know, in your opinion, what position in the NBA right now you feel has the deepest wealth of players?
Well, I think it's hard to dispute that we're living in the age, or the golden age, of point guards. And I would begin with one who has so many titles, and that's Tony Parker. So I know everyone describes Chris Paul as the best point guard in the league, and I probably concur with that sentiment. But championships matter, and so Tony Parker's in that discussion. But you're also seeing the evolution. Look at a guy like Russell Westbrook. I would say a non-traditional point guard, but the ferocity with which he plays, the athleticism, if you allow him into open space, he's going to destroy you. Then you look at the elite level speed that a John Wall attacks the position with. You look at a guy like Stephen Curry, the league's MVP, and the extraordinary handle and combination of handle and perimeter jump shot, and now the confidence to go in, use all the tools at his disposal to score inside. I don't want to leave anybody out. I'm just naming a few guys off the top of my head. I could go on and on and on about great point guards in this league. Hard to dispute that we're in the golden age of point guards.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Minnesota.
It's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Towns.
Well, we're not going to be surprised when he turns in a game like this, but I thought he played especially well, and a ton of productivity to go along with it.
Wiggins against Ariza. Rubio outside. Back to Wiggins. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. Fires it up. And the shot falls short this time. And Harden wide open. He shoots. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
And so Minnesota takes the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Olney, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And now time to send it over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the post-game show.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, seen here. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Karl Anthony Towns. What are your thoughts, Kenny?
I'm floored by how well he shot the ball. He was unstoppable. I don't mean just the points. The ability to create opportunities for himself and then deliver, now that's a superstar effort.
He was dominant, throwing one haymaker after another, and the crowd absolutely loved it. They were eating it up. It's a love affair between him and this city, especially when he's tearing it up like that. He delivered a beauty tonight.
And that's it for tonight, but we've got a whole new NBA season ahead.